It's the end of the career. Okay.
Terrence,
No, you cannot be the end.
well, Terrence Howard owes everything to me. Go ahead, take it away, Terrence. In case you didn't hear this story, go tell him. Tell him.
You might have to remind me of the story.
How did you get the job, Terrence?
Well, the way I was told, Lee wanted somebody else, and he called Taraji. He was trying to interview Taraji over the Skype Taraji, you know, to see what her thoughts was on.
I didn't because I was just scared. I was just like, wow, she calls one son a faggot who is gay. She beats one son with a broom. She sold crack. She went to jail. But the challenge in that was finding her redeeming qualities. And that's why I felt like that script came to me, because that's a dangerous character to play. It's a fine line to walk. And if you just play her with sass and attitude, everyone will hate her. But you have to show the why, what drives this woman. And I think everyone fell in love with her because she's a lioness, and she'll do anything to protect her family. And who can't understand that?
And I think from the beginning, if you...
She said Taraji.
Yeah, but I have to make sure something's clear. From the beginning, when Lee established the show, that's why he had such a hard search in trying to establish who was going to be Cookie, because it was that dynamic between Lucius and Cookie that they were trying to build up. And that's why they wanted somebody, a couple that had a chemistry, because it was always in their plans. Because from day one, you think, for 17 years, Lucius had built a billion-dollar company. His sons were doing fine. So, and then out of nowhere, within 1 year of Cookie getting out of jail, the entire family takes a completely different dynamic. That's not something that happened on the fly. Cookie adds a lot of one-liners along the way, but they have designed the show for this dynamic between the two. And the one person that Lucius bends to in the world is Cookie. No one else will he bend to.
You know, we're not born into properties. We're not born into money. Our families are poor, basically, and we don't have the financial infrastructure in the community for our children to even be born into anything. We don't give them anything. I mean, now, as more successful we get, African Americans, we are now leaving something behind for our children, but we don't have that. So it really bothers me when people judge how these characters made something out of nothing. Okay? You can judge whether they sold crack or whatever. Yeah, that's a horrible thing to do. But they did that to save their boys. You know, Cookie, okay, took the fall. She went to jail, served her time, right? But guess what? She saved 3 boys from doing that. They're not statistics. And by any means necessary when you in the hood, I don't care, because you got to make it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should sell drugs. That's a horrible thing. But I grew up in the hood. I remember when crack was dropped off in the hood. Okay? It destroyed families. Okay? We didn't bring it into the hood. It was dropped off. You know? Guns are in the hood. It's like, what do you do if you go to a community and take everything from them? Kick them out. Don't give them no money, no hope. What do you think is going to happen?
This is my favorite kind of thing. Like I had said when I first got here, being African American, you're telling the African aspect, an African placed into an entirely different place. The disenfranchised nature of being black in America, being impoverished, being separated, and not having the economic opportunities. There are anyone that can gain an economic equality inside the states. That's a success. Now, with that, there comes some drama that's necessary. Now, we tell some of the negative aspects about being black in white America, But at the end of the day, it's still a family show. So anytime we win, every episode or the end of the season, the family is really what's at stake. So as long as the family is there, it's still a very positive and uplifting show. You know, my character became a billionaire out of nowhere, and it's not once or twice in America that it's happened. It's happened consistently within the black community.